Hey YouTubers, I'm Lily and today I'm going to be showing you guys some awesome footage from DCU LGBTA's Trans 101. So one topic me, Carol and Andy ended up getting onto with our questionnaires was about sexual interaction with transgender people. So be sure to
Yeah,
check it
because
out
it always
and have a
makes, I
listen
think, like
and let me know in
traditionally
the
cis or
comments what you
traditionally straight
think
people really
about
confused
our
about it. Like I've
discussion.
been like every once in a while I'll be talking to a straight girl and be like, I'm not gay, and I'm just like, okay, neither am I.
We're good.
We're compatible here.
You know, a lot of my, like since I came out, the majority of my sexual interactions stopped at someone asking me if I get with you. Am I gay? And this is when I turn and say, walk the other way. And it happens on a daily basis almost. I'm not even kidding. Even people who are trying to say it in the nicest way possible. What are people's sexuality once they have a sexual interaction with a trans person? That they were experimenting, they're not really into it and stuff like that, and it's just led me to keep a massive guard over my own sexuality because it's really important to me. It really is, and it should be with everybody. I don't know anybody who would just say, you know, that they let the world know about their own sexuality because they really shouldn't, because your sexuality is precious. And to have someone want to use you as an exploration of their own sexuality. These days now, I'm 19 years old, I know what my sexuality is, and I get a lot of people who are either my age or older than me who just don't have a grip on their sexuality to know who they're attracted to and why. And that's a bitch. I think it really is.
I think as well, like from that, like there's this whole kind of thing where it's something I'm doing myself recently, where I think a lot of relationships I've had in the past, other people have been with me despite the fact that I'm trans. And I think when you actually start thinking about that logically afterwards, that's really detrimental as well, because you're in this relationship and you're thinking you love this person, they'll be always going to carry on, it's great, they're with you. But in your head you're thinking, despite the fact I am who I am, whereas, I think it should come down to, you should be with, like if someone is, if I like with me or whatever, I would rather they would be with me from the point of like, because I'm me and I happen. That's why I said about my trans history. That's what I mean about that. Like I don't mean that I don't identify as trans, but rather I find that it is a part of me, but it's
not everything about it.
It's not all I am, and I find a lot of the time people will think it is. So like, talking about like sexual orientation and stuff, like just once I would like to enter a relationship and leave a relationship with everybody having the same sexual orientation they had when they fucking went in. Like I I want my relationship to not end with the fact
How
that
many
someone
people are going to be in this relationship? Just asking. Because like, the more people you have, the more of a variable. I can draw the Venn diagram.
it can almost be a safe ground, and I know that sounds really awful, but like in the sense of like, say like a cisgender man who thinks he may, he's gay, but he thinks he may be attracted to female-bodied people, sleeping with a trans man because, no, I'm attracted to you, you're a man, but I'm using you as a gateway. That kind of.
I think.
It's like when you hear
two
of like
consenting-
lesbians who date trans men as well.
Oh, stop! Don't.
Well, I'll tell you what. If two consenting adults who aren't related to each other want to do something, they can fucking do something, so long as both of them want to do it.
Thank you.
There's
Can
no
I
need
get
to
a
label it.
Because you said despite, like you had people say to you, despite you being trans, I still love you, just for an example.
I got that once.
Okay.
Can I just say, I don't think I'm not saying that any like people I've met have directly said it's fine. Like I don't mean it was like I would have run.
You're gonna find all your exes and ruin them. Man.
Please don't.
I know you can't answer for all transgender people, But you personally, if someone was to get with you because they know that you're trans, like they find that attractive, how would you feel? Would that kind of weird you out?
I don't know, because I'm
fetishized,
attracted to
be
them
honest.
for what they are. I mean, the fact is, if someone is attracted to my body, I'm happy with that so long as they're attracted to me too. But if they're
Course,
attracted
yeah.
to me for just my body, well
Yeah.
then,
Like, no, I mean
I'm
like
going-
body and mind, you know, for, but, you know, knowing that you're trans.
well, I mean, one thing I know about anything in the world from being a trans person, that there's a spectrum for fucking everything. Okay, so there's a spectrum for that as well.
Being a dickhead. And you're just
Yeah,
like-
I mean, I hate saying this term, but it is a term that comes up so common. Is that on one end of the spectrum you have the tranny chaser, which is the person whose only intention is to just have sex with trans people. The certain trans person of their choice, as if they're a gourmet or something, and then that spectrum moves over and over and over until you have someone who just has their sexuality, and if their sexuality is them wanting to be with a trans person because a trans person is all they're sexually interested in or a part of what they're sexually interested in, that's fine. For me, that's fine. I have had sex with straight men who, to this day and until the day they die, will say that they are straight. And they never asked me, are they still straight after being with me? That's the kind of person I'm talking about. The person who, despite what they identify as or what they think they're interested in, they're with you for you and they're sexually attracted to you and your body.
Those words.
'Cause I'm hot.
Sorry.
I think like there's on the one hand you have the people who are chasers who are only interested in someone sexually because they're trans and they're not interested in anything else about the person. Now, for some people that may
Dramatic
be fine. They may just want a casual one-night stand, and if that's what they want, that's grand. The one other problem with chasers is they do tend to be quite aggressive and
Very.
overly inquisitive and stuff like that. But you know, if you're getting an awful lot of attention from people like that who are only interested in you for your trans status and aren't interested in anything else about you, and you want something more than that, that's a problem. If all you want is a casual hookup, grand. But you know, if it's happening to you 9 times out of 10 when these people are coming to you and that's all that's happening, it's a problem. On the other end of the spectrum, on the other hand, there's a problem with people who say stuff like that. You know, I'm attracted to you in spite of the fact that you're trans, or disbelief about the person's identity. Like, you know, that basically this idea that trans men aren't really men.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this segment of Trans 101 hosted by Benji Foley of LGBTA in DCU. I'll be putting up more video content from this event very soon, covering other topics that we spoke about, and I look forward to showing them to you. Until then, this is Lily signing off. So I really didn't know how sick my voice sounded until I listened to the backing track again. So I'm really sorry about that. My voice is like ridiculous, but it's getting better. Bye.